Hey everyone, just to show that 4 is death in my life. I don't really have a fear of the number 4. I just find it funny that the number 4 sounds like death in Chinese. I am practicing for going to my first Yahtzee tournament. I was thinking about a list of things that I wanted to do after we end our social distancing experiment, if you will. And I held on the last turn of. Unfortunately, the machine turned itself off. The last turn, I had the Yahtzee left. I was going for that. I had a pretty good score actually, and but on the second roll, I had two fives, and I held them, and I get two more fives and a four, almost like death to me. So, um, yeah, 4 is death. I like to joke about it. Sometimes, even when I'm speaking in English, I'll use the word death in place of 4. One time I was showing my coworker how to log into a 401k account, and I said it was a death 01k account because you're supposed to save the money for when you die. And he had a good laugh about that. Where else have I done that? Sometimes when I'm counting things, right? 1, 2, 3, death. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, right? Where else have I said that? Uh, I had when I was in college, I had a classmate who got in trouble actually because he and a friend had been drinking. They were underage. He and a friend had been drinking, and his friend dared him to jump from like an apartment building, and they jumped from the second floor and then the third floor, and finally they jumped from the fourth floor, and my friend's roommate got badly hurt, and he got in trouble for that because of the underage drinking and the fact that his roommate got badly hurt, and it was the fourth floor when they got hurt. They were okay jumping from the third floor. That's a pretty big jump. I don't feel comfortable jumping from the second floor. Like if I stay in a hotel and it's on the second floor and I have to jump out, I don't think I would feel comfortable about that. Let alone the third or the fourth, the death floor, right? Um, oh yeah, in Taiwan, 4 is really considered unlucky, and I remember at my uncle's home they used the fourth floor for some kind of electrical storage room or something like that. Uh, my uncle used to live in the 10th floor of an apartment building, and we were at his home when my grandpa passed away. We went to my grandpa's funeral, and I kept challenging myself to climb all the way from the first floor up to the 10th floor, and then I would get to the fourth floor where all the electrical storage rooms were, and I would scream, "Death!" really loudly because my family was taking the elevator. They were on the 10th floor. They could hear me scream, and it was funny. Uh, my brother and I used to love the number 5, just like how I almost got a Yahtzee with fives, uh, because we would need to wake up to go to school or to go to an event, and my brother and we both like to ask for 5 more minutes. And in Chinese, number 5 pronounces in a funny way. Well, I just think it pronounces in a funny way. It's ooh, and we would put 5 fingers and go ooh for 5 more minutes. And I think my brother was 3 or 4 years old when he first heard me say that, and so 5 was one of the first words that he kind of understood what it meant. Right? He would parrot other words, but the idea of 5 more minutes was probably the first thing he understood. Thanks for watching.